What's going on, guys? John Elder here from codemy.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to edit and update a venue with Django and Python. Alright guys, like I said, in this video, we're going to look at editing and updating database things. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more like it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out codemy.com where I have dozens of courses with hundreds of videos that teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. It's all my courses, videos, and books. One-time fee at just $49, which is insanely cheap. Okay, we are moving right along in our little club app here, and we've got, venues listed. Now we want to click a button and be able to update them. And you see it goes to a page and the stuff is already in here. So if we want to change this to something else, we can click submit, boom, it goes back. Now it says Vegas Place 2. We might want to put a button on this page as well. Maybe we'll look at that. But pretty simple. And just a very basic sort of CR.U.D operation for Django, create, read, update, and destroy. If you know anything about database stuff, CR.U.D is the acronym we use, create, read, update, and destroy. So we can create, we've already created, we can already read it. Now we want to update it. So let's head back over to our code. I'm using the Sublime Text Editor in the Git Bash terminal as always. And as always, you can find a link to the code in the pinned comment section below, as well as a link to the playlist with all the other Django videos in this little series. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create a page so that when we click on something, it has somewhere to go. So we want to create this update venue page. So let's head over to our templates and inside events, let's right click and create a new file. And then let's go file, save as, and let's just call this update_venue.html. And I'm going to come over to my, let's see, what's a good one, home, and just sort of copy all of this text and paste it in here. We don't want this to say hello, whatever. Let's just say update venue, ... whatever. Get rid of all of this. And we probably don't need to center this. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Now, anytime you create anything with Django, it's always a three-step process. You create a page, a template page, then you create a URL, and then you create a view. So let's head over here and create a URL. Let's go to our urls.py file. And I'm going to grab this one that says show venue because you can see we're passing an ID. And we want to do that same thing here. So when we click on one of these things, you can see down in the bottom left-hand corner, it's passing 1. This one's passing 2 because that's the ID number of this thing. So we want to pass that number as well. So our URL has to sort of show that. And so I'm just going to copy this one. And let's come down here and paste it in. But instead of show_venue, let's make this update_venue. We still want to pass the venue ID. And for the view, we want to make update venue. And for the name, let's go update-venue. So, okay, that's our view. Looks good. Now we need to create this update_venue view. So let's go ahead and save this. Go ahead and close it. And let's head over to our views.py file. And just anywhere up here, let's define update venue. And we want to pass in the request as always. We also want to pass in the venue_ID. Let's just call it that. And we can come down here and, we did the same thing with the show page, right? And just like with the show page, we want to, let's just copy all of this and bring it up here, paste it in. We want to take this venue ID and then look it up in the database, right? So to do that, we're going to create a variable, call it venue. And then we want to go venue.objects.get, and we want to look it up by the primary key, the ID number of whatever this venue ID is. And remember, we're calling venue.objects because in our models.py file, venue is what we called the model, right? So the venue class holds all of our venue stuff, name, address, zip code, phone, web, email. So over here, we want to sort of query that venue class, venue model in the database. So this will look into that venue model, that venue table, and it'll search by this ID, which is whatever ID here, which is whatever ID we clicked on the page, and then it will look it up and assign it to this variable. And right now, we want to point this back to, instead of show venue, let's go update venue. And we can pass this venue in. And let's just reference this on our venue page. So head back over to update_venue. And down here, just for now, just to make sure this is working, let's just pass in venue and output it onto the screen and see if it works. So, okay, so we've got our view, we've got our page itself, we've got our URL. But now we need some way to actually get to the page, right? So if we come back here and click on venues, this is our actual app. There's nothing. If we click on one of these, it just goes to the page. We want in our list venues page here to put a little link or a button or something that we can click on to update each of these. So we need to do that. And so let's head over to our venue.html page. And here this lists our venues. And right here, we can see venue. And if we type -update, save this, head back over here and click reload. Okay, so that's all popping up there. So that looks good. So maybe we want it right here. Maybe we want it like over here in its own little column, whichever you like. I think I'm going to put it in its own little column. So instead of just doing that, let's close this TD and then create another one. So here I'll type update. So if we save this, come back over here, hit reload. Now it's over here. Okay, that's on the left-hand side. Maybe I want it over here on the right. So we can just play around with this. Inside of here, I'm just going to go align equals right. Okay, so save this, head back. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so now we need to make this into a link. So we can do that pretty easily. So let's come down here and let's go a href equals, and then let's close our A. And inside of here, let's create a Django URL. And it's going to be very similar to this one right here. In fact, we can just copy this and paste it in, copy the whole thing. But instead of show-venue, this is going to be update-venue. Why? Because in our urls.py file, when we created our URL here, we called it update-venue. So we just referenced that. And we're also going to pass in the venue ID, just like we did here, which this venue ID will then become this venue ID, which is what we'll use to search the database to find the specific venue and then output onto the screen. So, okay, let's go ahead and save this, head back over here, see how this looks. Now we've got links here. And if we hover, so for instance, if we hover over Las Vegas High School Gym, you can see down in the bottom left-hand corner, it says show_venue-3. If we come back over here and hover over this, it says update_venue/3. So that looks like it's right. Now, if we click this, it goes to our update venue page, which is update venue, update_venue/3. And it says Las Vegas High School Gym. That's the only thing on that page now because that's the only thing we've done yet. So if we head back over here to that page, let's see, update_venue, you can see we just passed in venue. And there's no real need to do that. I just wanted to make sure that everything was working. So we put that on there. We save this now, I'm going to hit reload, nothing is on there. So what we want now is a form to appear magically on this screen with all of the info from the particular venue we clicked on already on the form. So we can edit it if we want, but we don't have to retype it all in, right? So to do that, super easy with Django. Let's head over to our views.py file. And inside of here, we need to create a form variable. And this is going to be our venue form. And we've used this before. If we look through here, right here, our venue form. If you remember, we go over to our forms.py file, we created this venue form and it has all the venue stuff, right? We've taken the labels off, we've made some widgets. We did this a few videos ago. If you didn't see that video, check the playlist for that and you can check it out. We're going to use this same exact form to update it because it's the same stuff. Like this is the venue form. It has all the things we already need. We could create a new form if we wanted to, but we don't have to. We'll just use this venue form. And you'll remember up here at the top of our screen here, we imported venue form so we can use it anywhere in this views.py file. So we got this form, venue form, but this is a little bit different. So when we fill out this form on the update page and click submit, it's going to come back to this function, right? So we want to say, hey, if they fill out the form and click the button, they're posting. Otherwise, just put the form up, right? So to do that, we go request.post or none, right? Well, we'll just leave it at this for now. So request.post, that's request. A request is whenever you go to a web page, you're making a request. You're requesting that page. And you're either trying to get the page to look at it, or you're trying to post to the page to fill out a form. So in this instance, we're not looking at it, we're posting. So we're saying, hey, if they're going to post, use this form. Otherwise, don't use anything, use none, right? So, okay, we can leave this for now, but let's just pass this form into our page. So we can come in here to our context dictionary, pass in form:form as we always do, save this. Now we can use this form on our page. So we can come over here and we can form dot as underscore p like we did earlier. And that should work. We're going to need more stuff than this, but let's just save this and see if this worked. We might not work yet. Yep. Okay. So we've got the form. It's appearing on the page. There's no button yet. We'll have to do that. But it has the placeholder stuff. As we start to type, it disappears. But it doesn't have the actual stuff, right? It doesn't have the information for City Park, for instance, right? So how do we put that stuff in? Well, before we do that, let's finish making this form correctly. So we just did form as P. That's not really what we want. What we really want to do is go form action. And we could put nothing here. We could even just leave this off because this is going to submit itself to itself. We're not pointing it somewhere else, so we could just leave the action. I'll put it on there just so you sort of remember, hey, we usually need an action. And we want to set the method equals post. And then we always need a CSRF token. So let's go CSRF underscore token. That's just a regular form thing. And let's put a line break. And we also need a button. So let's go input type equals submit. And let's give it a value equal to submit or maybe update. So the button will say update. And we want to give this a class of, let's go btn-secondary. That's a bootstrap thing that makes a secondary is a gray button. So, okay, let's go ahead and save this. Let's just head back over here real quick and reload. Okay, so we got our button. Everything looks good. Doesn't work yet, but now we want these to be filled out already with the information from the particular venue. So how do we do that? Really easy with Django. Head back over to reviews.py file. All we have to do is set an instance in here. So here where we defined our form, we just slap a comma and put instance equals. Now, what do we want to put in the form? Well, we want to put all this stuff that we just looked up from venue. So we can set the instance to venue. And that's it. So check this out. We save this, head back over here, hit reload, boom. Now all the information is filled out already. So City Park, right? If we want Las Vegas High School Gym, click update, boom. All the information is there. So very, very cool and pretty simple. Now all we have to do is save the data once we submit it and click the button and do something, redirect somewhere. So we can do that real quick. We've already done this sort of thing in the past when we kind of, let's see, did this is valid stuff, right? So we're going to do the same thing up here. So we're going to say if form.is_valid. What do we want to do? Form.save. We just want to save it. And then we want to redirect somewhere. So let's return and then let's just redirect to somewhere, right? Now, up until now, we've been return rendering request. We don't want to do all that. We're just going to redirect to a page. So we need to use redirect, which means we need to import it. So come up here from Django.shortcuts, import render and redirect. Add that there and we can use it. Now, what do we want to redirect to? Let's look at our URLs here. So our list venues page is probably what we want. So let's just call list venues. So we could do that, come back over here and just pass in list venues. So, okay, I think that's it. That should be all we need. We just need to save this and redirect. So let's head back over here. Let's start over here. Let's go to venues, City Park. We want to change this to City Park 2. We update, boom, it goes back to our venues page. We see it's been updated with City Park 2. If we click City Park 2, it says now City Park 2. It says update over here. We can do it again. We can change it back. Click update, boom, it goes back. It's been changed. Just that easy. So really, really cool and really easy. Now we've got this as a link over here. Maybe you want to play around with this and make it into a button. I don't know. So we could come over to our venues.html and where we made this link here, we could just kind of give it a class of btn and then let's go btn-outline-secondary. And I also want to make this a little bit smaller. So let's go btn-sm, stands for small. And this is just bootstrap stuff. If you're not familiar with what I'm doing here, if I click reload, boom, that's been changed. You can always head over to getbootstrap.com, click on docs, click on components, click on buttons. And that's where I'm getting all of this stuff. So you can see like right here, here's the outline. We just use BTN outline, and then the color. Primary is blue, secondary is gray, success is green, and on and on. Danger is red. You know all about this. We've done this lots of times, and pretty cool. So now obviously anybody can click on these and update these, which is not what we want, but don't worry about it. In the future, we're going to add membership roles and things to where only certain logged in users can make changes and updates. But for now, we just want to get the basic functionality. You can see we've got the update. After this, we'll probably put a delete in case we want to delete one of these. And we are moving right along. We can add a venue. We can update a venue. We can search venues. City Park, right? Maybe you want to put an update link on this page too. Go ahead and do that if you want. But for now, I think this is good. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out codemy.com where you can use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. So pay just $49 to access all my courses, over 47 courses, hundreds of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Doing over 100,000 students learning to code just like you. My name is John Elder from codemy.com, and I'll see you in the next video.